Good morning. Welcome back. Apologize, I'm not wearing a shirt. But you know what? I don't have to wear a shirt. I trade for a living, so it's way too hot. I mean, I can barely even look out the window. It's so sunny. It's going to be a scorcher today. Happy Canada Day to all my Canadians. Today, I probably won't trade myself. Being as it's Canada Day, it's big celebrations up here, similar to you guys, tuning in from the United States on your July 4th. So same idea, but I still want to prep myself just in case I can get away and maybe watch the first hour or something. Yesterday was quarter end. So quarter end can tend to be a bit tricky. A lot of tape printing as far as just big orders coming in. Most of those orders, most of the volume came late in the day, right? The last 30 minutes where M period ran up, pulled all the way back, N period ran up, pulled back, and then, we came into our Globex session. One thing I would still monitor for is this 4280 area. I think if 4280 continues to hold, we can continue to rally. If that gives, we should start to see that pullback I've been talking about back down to 4240. That is still the highest odds. Now, there's one little change that took place yesterday that I think is a good nuance to take into the day today and into the end of the week, is that, since this pullback that we had down to 4140, where we found a new bid, value was building higher each and every day, except for this day, which was a balance day. But since this breakout, value's higher, value's higher, value's higher, value's higher, and value is higher. Now, yesterday was the first balanced profile where we actually did pure natural overlapping value. So something changed. Okay. Price stopped moving higher with value, or value stopped moving higher with price. Okay. So the difference now is that for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days, where value was able to be found at higher price points. Yesterday, they found value at an overlapping level, which was at the exact same the exact same value level that we had on the previous day. So that's one little change. Notice our point of controls are pretty much overlapping as well, which tells me that the market found, a natural price level to do business. Now, we're coming into the day and we're seeing that, we pushed higher in Globex. Globex kind of just, trotted around here. Then you had a big push higher, which really was probably just a stop grab above 4,300. And then, since then, it's just been selling. So they're starting to find natural balance, right? They're starting to get into temporary balance here on the higher edge of our value area from the last 2 days. So, any break away from this area, you should go with. I don't care if it's to the downside. I don't care if it's to the upside. It's a break that you want to go with. And the reason for it is this is showing good pause in the market, where the market was able to, pause, do business. Both sides thought they were getting, good pricing, whether you were selling into the market or buying into the market. Both sides were getting value for their trades, right? If you have issues with that concept, I put out one of the profile series part 2s, which actually goes over value in detail. Give that one a watch over. But if I'm looking to trade today, I am looking to potentially go with the break above yesterday or the break below yesterday. That would be my primary focus. I think if you're going to do your business in the value area, 82 to 88, somewhere in that range, you're going to find yourself getting chopped up. Like always, let the tape guide you. Profile will give us the opportunity to monitor the market at extremes. And there's a lot that profile does for you, but let the tape guide you. J period from yesterday, be an interesting period to watch if that holds against, this clear buy volume here on the low side of this of this profile. That would be your first initial buy, opportunity against 4280 or with 4280. But for me personally, I would wait to see what the break looks like above or below yesterday and the previous day's highs, which are, pretty much sitting on each other. Looking over at R2I had a good push up, good recovery rally yesterday, more of a P shape, more of a short covering rally. Again, don't put a lot into the structural side of what you saw in the profile because you're expecting to see different stuff based off of the quarter end. What I'm mostly interested in R2I is the fact that, we broke back into this balance. Now they've tried to look to break back above. So for me, and I've been beating this to death kind of in the room as well, is as long as 23.27 and 23.30 holds, I think you should be on the short side of the market. I think you should be on the short side targeting the 50-day moving average, which is about the mid of what the balance range is. I think that is the trade to take. If they can break above this 23.27 area to 23.30 area and find an aggressive bid, you want to be long. And where do you want to be long for? The all-time high, right? A natural pullback off this early trend, pull back, find new buyers, and then go type idea. But for right now, I think it's in anybody's best interest who's trading R2Y. If you are below this level up here, 27 to 30, I think you want to be more short bias than you want to be long bias. Now that would change if you broke above it. But for me, R2Y is the most attractive to me right now as far as trading goes. I think it's going to provide the best trade. Looking over onto NQ. NQ, I talked about this trend line. I said I don't hang my hat on it, but it's definitely something I want to be interested in. Yet again, we're finding reaction there right around the 600 number, which we talked about, over the last 2 weeks. And for me, I think buying a pullback on NQ is still the stronger play than looking to sell NQ up here. I think if you get a pullback anywhere towards that bottom trend line, that purple trend line, I think you need to be on the long side. Doesn't mean it's going to work. I'm just saying that would probably be the highest odds trade for it to work out for you. Likewise, NQ in the Globex session has pulled back into fairly strong support here, and although they did get below it, keep in mind NQ is going to give you better ranges, right? So if you're building an 8-point structural reference, don't expect it to come in, stop, and reverse. That's not how it works. These levels are for observing the market, not for just buy, right? If you start buying levels, trust me, it might work in this market, but in the 14, 15 years I've done this, it doesn't work for the rest of the market. So keep that in mind. You want to observe levels. I want to observe this level as I'm observing this right now. To me, it is still finding support here. If they are to break away from it, remember we talked about these lows over here, right? We've talked about the 29th low. We talked about the Globex session low. And we talked about, what is potentially a very strong firecracker on the low side of value from the 28th. So if the market starts to go, I'm not sure I want to be short, but I definitely don't want to be long until I see what happens with these stops. So I'd be pretty patient with NQ. I think NQ provided us with some excellent trading over the last week. It was the best trading vehicle by far. We were finding support above this trend line. Really paid off nice. I think now NQ, it's okay to take a step back and just let the market play itself out. You don't have to get too involved. You don't have to trade each market each day that you're sitting in front of your screens. Allow the trades to come in and take the trades when they're there. So for today, like I said, I'm going to try and sneak away maybe for the open and see if my wife will let me get away with it. But mostly, I'm looking to trade R2Y today. I think R2Y is going to provide the best opportunities. So that being said, thanks for jumping on. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you're interested in joining our room, just reach out to me. Reach out to me via email. It's in the comment section or the description of this, or check out our website at TradeUp tradingroom.com. Have a good day.